And hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove the background from an image. Now the image that we'll be using is this image of my waifu. We want to remove everything in the background except for her, meaning nothing else should be there except for her, of course. We'll be using Gimp because we don't have the money for Photoshop. We are introverted weeblings. So we gotta go for the cheapest possible. Alright, so let's get started. Once Gimp starts up, we can start editing the photo. Now unlike Photoshop, where if you click on something it will tell you, you do not have enough RAM to use this, Gimp doesn't care, it just lets you use it. So if you have a weakish PC, this runs on my 2 GB RAM desktop, so even if you have a extremely old weak PC you can run Gimp, so that's a good thing. Now here is the image of my waifu. We're just going to drag and drop it in here. Nothing special is going to happen. We just, well, let's just say keep. The first thing my fellow weebs need to do is we gotta right click on this. We gotta add an alpha channel. This will make the background invisible if we remove something. So let's use the eraser. As you can see, there's an invisible background. But if we remove the alpha image, it's white. So add alpha image, Control Z will undo anything you did that you don't want to do. If you want to know if there's an alpha image already added, if there is no alpha image, this will be in bold. If there is an alpha image, it's not in bold. Okay, we're getting there. First thing you want to do, if you want to cut her out, or your waifu, whatever, you want to click on this, and then what you want to do is you want to control and you want to zoom in using that scroll button. If you don't have a mouse and you only have a touchpad, it is usually 2 fingers, just like that, just 2 fingers. It's not as easy as with a mouse, but you know. So what you gotta do is you gotta zoom in. I usually like to start from an edge if they start at an edge, but my wife doesn't, so I'm just going to start wherever I feel most comfortable with, which is usually the bottom. All you gotta do is make sure this is either at the first or the second one. Second one is to be safe, first one is to remove everything and start all over. I'm going to use the first one because I don't need anything else. I don't have any other selections here. So to move around, you just hold the mouse button and you move, or you can use this. To zoom in and out is Control mouse button. To place, it's just drag and click. If you feel like you have a pretty good hand, or you gotta do this to get in, that's a nice ass, a specific circle or anything, you can just hold and drag. That should give you, in most cases it should, can you stop? In most cases it should give you what you want. So you can just left click and hold and just drag, and you can do that. I don't do that. Backspace is basically the Control Z, it's the undo button. I don't do that because it just, unless I have to, it just doesn't feel right. So there's no specific place you have to start. You can even start here on the black lines itself, but that often like allows this coloring to come into the image. So I usually just go just underneath the black coloring when I cut out. Usually Gimp kind of fixes it by itself, but you do get those times where you kind of gotta fix it yourself. So you can also zoom out and just do it like this, but then you lose accuracy. Can you not? That's really annoying. Okay, so why do you do that? Why? The Linux Gimp doesn't do that. Gimp, if you see this video, don't do that. Just fix it. Let's just turn this off because that's making my PC lag. I don't need it anyways. Okay, so all you gotta do is you just gotta do this around the whole image. I'll zoom out, I'll speed up the video and you guys can just watch me do it. If you guys do get this problem where it auto connects to the place it should not connect to, all you're gonna do is just press backspace, because in Windows it seems to do that a lot, and it's kind of annoying. If you have Linux, I highly recommend you rather get it on Linux, because it just works so much better. But we are almost done. Now, it does not need to be perfect. As you can see, I am not doing it exactly as it should be. The higher the quality image, then it's actually easier to do this. So if you can find a higher quality image of whatever you have to do, I recommend you find that higher quality image and you use it, because at this very moment it's not, because of the pixels, you can't really tell which parts should all be in and which parts should not. I am just taking wild guesses and hoping for the best. So if you can find a higher quality image, definitely do so, because it can not only save you a lot of time but also save you a lot of effort where you need to think about what you're doing. Almost there, guys, almost there. Alright, and when you're done, you just gotta click on that, and there. You have your waifu covered up in whatever this would be called. Now, as you can see, there's places like here and places there. Let's just press enter to confirm. Where if you can zoom in, you see still a little bit of the background you don't want to see, especially here at this very big part. What you want to do to get rid of it, it seems to put it automatically there, is you want to click on that. If it's not clicked like on Linux, you'll have to click it. Here it just for some reason does that. You can just click on that, then all you gotta do is you just gotta start, because what this will say, it is says subtract from current selection, so you'll remove it. So you just click there and just remove whatever doesn't belong, because that will give your image the best effects possible. Remember, zooming in is not illegal. In fact, zooming in will probably make it even more accurate if it's not as pixelated as this one seems to be. Damn. Alright, now that we have fixed that, ooh, I gotta fix that. Now if you see you've done a major error that you should not have done, all you gotta do is you gotta go to the second one, add to current selection. Just press enter to confirm whatever you do. Then what you want to do is, wherever you want to fix, I did press enter. Yeah, okay, there I pressed enter. Alright, wherever you want to fix, you just fix. Actually good from there, to be honest, because I messed up here a lot compared to what it should have been. Press enter and it will merge. Okay, that looks somewhat better. Okay, now for up here at the hair, I know it's small, but it's still good to just remove that. So let's just, so as you can see, what it does is it kind of figures out what you want to remove. There's kind of the AI, you could say, trying to remove some specific things, but that could also negatively affect the charge. That can kind of negatively affect what you're trying to crop out. For example, as you can see, there's a lot of more blue here than what I would like, but let's keep that there for now. Let's make sure that we have everything in that we need. There's no things we should still remove or anything like that. It looks fairly fine, so I believe no need to worry there. So what you want to do now is you want to go to select and click on feather and just keep it at 5 pixels and just say okay. This will kind of smoothen it out a bit. Once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to go select, invert. This will select everything except that image. select, or not select, edit. I want to say clear, or you can press the delete button, and bloop, it deletes everything that was selected. So if we said invert, it selected everything except for what we did select. Then after you've done that, what you want to do is you want to go select and just say none. That means nothing is selected. You just want to go around, make sure everything looks fine. Here you can still see some blue. I don't really like that. Can't really per se fix it because of my lack of skills. But what I like to do is I like to go here to the eraser and just decrease the size a little bit more. And I just like to kind of erase. Of course, this is very inefficient, but it is quite accurate. You want to see how it looks on a background. What you can do is you can go here, you can say add new layer, just say okay, and in this layer what you do is you just say remove that, and then you put it downward. So that's how it should look on a white background. If you want to make the background black, I'm just going to move to the front so I don't have to. I don't know about a different way to do this, but what I usually do is I change the size to really big, go one foul swoop. Maybe I gotta change that. Yeah. Okay, then you change, just flip those two. If you gotta change color, there you go. Now there's a black background. If you want to change the color, just click on them and you can pick a color. Then what you want to do is you want to move her back up, and that's how she'll look on a black background. Kind of nice and shiny. Now that's how you can remove the background. Now we want the background to be removed completely. So we will delete layer. Then what you want to do is we want to press Ctrl S or go to File, Save. This allows you to save it wherever you want. I'm just going to save it on my desktop so I can delete it later. Just say save. It will save it as an XCF file. So if something does go wrong in the process while you're trying to do something like whoops, I just did something, I don't know how to fix it, you can close it and you can open the save file. But we don't want to do that right now, so what we can do, I just want to that's better, okay. Then you can go to export as, or export, but I think export as would be better. Then usually it will kind of detect what you want, so let's also put it in desktop. I want a PNG. If you do not want a PNG, you want a JPG, like a JPEG, just change it to JPG. But if you want invisibility or transparency to be added to the image, so you can add this image to something else later, you want it to be PNG. Otherwise you might struggle a little bit adding it to an image because now there's suddenly a background. You want to say export. It will take a short while to export it. After, you can just continue to say export there. Okay, and just to show you the difference, we can also say export as, and then just change this to JPG. Say export, export. Okay, now we can close this, and here's our two images. This one is the invisible image. Now you can add this image to basically anything in an image, and here's the one that's not invisible. Now you might not see a difference except for the now there's a black thing, but if we were to open up Gimp again and then go again to our picture file or folder, and just let's see, what can I take? Okay, then once Gimp has opened up, you can just pick this, throw it there, and then we can just let's first take the PNG so I can show you. Throw it in here. If you want to know how I did that, just press Alt Tab and it will switch between tabs. Just say keep, and you want to move this upwards so you can see it. See, there's my waifu. Background is invisible. We can resize it by pressing Ctrl S, which means scale. You can also find it here at Tools, Transform Tools, Scale, or not Ctrl Shift S. And you can also move it a little bit, resize her. We want it to like sit right there in the middle. Press Enter, it will scale it for you. There you go. Problem solved there. But what if we were to throw a JPEG image in here? Import that. Just say keep. Now there's a black background. That shouldn't be there. That's because this is not a PNG. PNG is one of the only, if not the only, image type that can have a invisible background. I think ISO can also, but I'm not, or iCode, not ISO, but I'm not sure. But as you can see, this is the PNG, this is the JPEG. So yeah, we all know we want the PNG. If you want to remove something, just click on it and say delete layer. Alright, thank you all for watching. I hope this helped all of you weebs experience something new. I hope you all now know how to edit a picture so you can have an invisible background. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video.